People want to know why you so po. It's because you don't know. What's up, guys? This is Alex Hammond. Welcome to the Think Wealthy Show. Listen, it's pretty simple. There's one thing that separates what the wealthy focus on, those who are accumulating and building and creating wealth, and those who stay stuck in a rut and who complain about not having enough. And the thing that has radically changed my life, and I believe has the power to change your life, is this. It's focusing on income versus expenses. Most of us, think about the way that you budget. Most of us spend most of our time trying to do what? Cut expenses. You think about just a normal budget. Most of you have one line for income. And how many lines do you have for expenses? 30, 40, right? Because we just have a lot of expenses. And so we have to spend most of our time thinking about how do we cut expenses, cutting down our budget. And the thing that transformed my mind is I heard somebody say this one time. They said, how low can expenses go? The answer is zero. The reality is they probably can never go to zero because you're always gonna have expenses. But truly, your expenses, as low as they could possibly go, is zero. There is a floor to how low you can cut expenses. But then he asked me this question: how high can your income go? Well, I don't know. Infinite, I guess. It depends on how much value I can create in the world. And this is the truth. This is the light bulb that went on, is why do I spend so much time focusing on expenses when I know the bottom to that? They can only go to zero. Where income is infinite. Income is based on the amount of value that I can create in the world and the products I can offer that people want to buy from me. And so I changed my mind and said, let's start focusing on income and not expenses. And let me give you a couple practical ways that we do this, because it sounds really good, but I took this serious. And so again, and when it comes to our household budget, I truly don't focus on expenses. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't track them. So what did I do? I hired somebody. I hired someone on Upwork for $40 an hour. They spend about 2 or 3 hours a month just combing through our expenses, putting them in categories, and then they show me exactly how much it costs us to live each month. And again, I'm not really focused on, I need to bring that number down. I just want to know, how much does it cost for me and my family to live each month? It gives me an idea of how much income I need to go create. So that's one way. Instead of just saying, we spent too much here, just what does it cost? If it costs us $10K a month, it costs us $10K a month to live. Why are we trying to kill ourselves to live at $8K if it costs us $10K? I'd rather go spend that energy figuring out how to go create a couple more $1,000s a month in income. The second practical way is when me and my wife sit down to think about, what do we want to accomplish this year? What do we want to do? What travel, what vacations do we want to do this year? Instead of saying, how much can we afford, right? We know how much money we have coming in right now. Most of you say, we know what our income is this year. Well, do you? Do you expect to make the same amount of income in January that you do in December? I hope not. I hope not, because the wealthy are not thinking that way. They're thinking, I know I'm going to go create more opportunity. I know I'm going to go create more value in this world this year. And so instead of saying, this is how much we can afford, why don't you say, what do we want to do? Where do we actually want to go see? How much time do we want to go spend with family? And what's that going to cost? And what do we have to go do in the meantime to create enough value, to create enough income together as a family in order to achieve those rewards, those bonuses? And when you put that as a motivation, I'm telling you that the energy of what can we go do, what can we go create, the energy you begin to wake up with and say, what else is out there? How else can I go create more value and opportunity? This is what the wealthy are doing. They are not limiting themselves by their current scenario. They know that income flows to value, and their focus is on creating value and not just cutting expenses. This is how you think wealthy. And if it can transform my life as a former college pastor to now a full-time real estate investor, we own over $100 million of real estate, right? We have multiple streams of income. It's because it changed my mindset. It changed the way that I thought about money and wealth, and it can transform your life as well. If you like this, make sure you leave me a comment, subscribe to this channel. Think wealthy, friends. Cheers.